and somehow we always find each other in our crosshairs, and we're very...
In the bloodline, blood always comes first. Who is Jacob Fatu? To fully understand the weight of Fatu's words, it's important to recognize who he is. Jacob Fatu is not just another member of the bloodline. He's a towering force with roots deeply entrenched in the legendary Anoa'i wrestling dynasty. Known for his brutal power, unmatched agility for a man his size, and an intimidating presence, Fatu brings a raw, unpolished edge to the group. For years outside of WWE, he carved out a reputation in independent promotions and in Major League Wrestling, where his dominance as a world champion caught the attention of fans and insiders alike. When he finally stepped into WWE's spotlight, his arrival in the bloodline wasn't just a surprise. It was a statement that the dynasty's reach and influence were only growing stronger. The bond between Fatu and Jimmy the Samoan dynasty is a family unlike any other in professional wrestling. Bound by blood, heritage, and tradition, its members carry a sense of loyalty that runs deeper than storylines. For Jacob Fatu, that loyalty has always been strongest with Jimmy Uso. Jimmy and Jacob grew up sharing the same cultural values and family traditions. Both have walked the same paths of sacrifice, long roads of training, travel, and dedication to proving that the Samoan legacy in wrestling is not just alive, but thriving. While Roman Reigns stands as the figurehead of the dynasty, and Jey Uso carved his own main event identity, Jimmy's connection with Fatu is more personal, more heartfelt. Sami Zayn, the outsider who became family. Hearing those words was especially painful for Sami Zayn. After all, no one fought harder than Sami to prove his place in the bloodline. From the beginning, he was seen as the odd man out, the quirky outsider trying to gain acceptance in a family built on dominance and intimidation. Over time, Sami won over Jimmy and even earned respect from Jey. His comedic timing, resilience, and unexpected loyalty turned him into the honorary Use, a role that gave fans some of the most memorable and emotional moments of the entire saga. But deep down, Sami never truly blood. And as much as fans embraced him as part of the family, Jacob Fatu's blunt words reminded everyone, especially Sami, that there are limits to acceptance in the bloodline. Loyalty, in the end, belongs to those born into the dynasty, not those who are invited into it. A story of divided loyalties. Jacob's declaration also highlights the fragile state of the bloodline itself. Once a united, unstoppable force led by Roman Reigns and advised by Paul Heyman, the group has splintered into factions and feuds. Jimmy and Jey's betrayals, Solo Sikoa's rising dominance, and now Rikishi's rumored involvement as Wiseman have turned the bloodline into a family drama playing out on the biggest stage in sports entertainment. By siding openly with Jimmy, Fatu may have driven another wedge between members. His words send a clear message. While Roman may sit at the head of the table, Jacob's heart is with Jimmy. And that creates ripple effects, not just within the group, but across the WWE landscape. The emotional weight for Sami. For Sami Zayn, this is more than just wrestling politics, it's personal. Over the past 2 years, his journey with the bloodline has been one of the most emotional storylines in WWE history. Fans watched him pour his heart into the group, seeking love, respect, and validation. And when the bloodline eventually turned on him, the heartbreak felt real. Now, hearing Jacob Fatu dismiss his presence and reaffirm loyalty to Jimmy only reopens those scars. It serves as a painful reminder that no matter how hard he tried, Sami would never be one of them. And yet, in classic Sami fashion, he will likely turn that heartbreak into fuel, continuing to fight not just for himself, but for those who have been cast aside by the Bloodline's ruthless politics. What comes next? The implications of Fatu's words stretch far beyond one conversation. Could this create tension between Jimmy and Roman? Will Jey Uso view Fatu's loyalty to his brother as a threat or a lifeline? And where does this leave Sami, a man who still carries unfinished business with the Bloodline? One thing is clear. Jacob Fatu's declaration has added a new layer of complexity to an already tangled saga. His role as Jimmy's protector and ally could shift the balance of power within the faction, especially if Roman views this as a challenge to his authority as tribal chief. Loyalty above all. When Jacob Fatu told Sami Zayn he was only there for Jimmy Uso, it wasn't just a line, it was a mission statement. It revealed the true depth of his loyalty, the unshakable bond of blood, and the painful reality of being an outsider in a family that guards its legacy fiercely. For fans, it was another reminder of why the Bloodline story has become one of the greatest sagas in wrestling history. Because it's about more than championships or rivalries. It's about family, loyalty, betrayal, and the raw emotions that tie them all together. Stay informed. Stay updated. Hit that subscribe button.